Hi guys, this is Bhaskar. Welcome to my channel. As a part of this video, we're going to cover about how to print the rectangle triangle with the numbers and alphabet symbol in an ascending order. So what do we mean by that is like suppose when the size of the triangle is 3, we want to print it in this way. So I want it in ascending order like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, and similar for alphabets as well. Okay. So let's try to understand what is the logic behind it, uh, how we can achieve this. Okay. Here we have 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, and 3. Suppose that is for n is equal to 3. If n is equal to 3, we want to print the pattern like this. Okay. So to print the pattern like this, first we need to analyze that. Okay. Assume that as this is rows 0, 1, 2. Okay. So if you loop through these values when by storing it in a temporary variable I, first one what I need is I need to print the value as 1. So based on this n, if is there anything we can do is like for I is equal to 1 or I plus 1, like I plus 1, we get it as first one will be first loop. So we'll be looping through this value again, like for using the for loop, for using other variable like j. If j is equal to 1, then I want to print the value as 1 here. So to print that value 1, we can use this same same value inside the for loop, for inside the inner loop for I plus 1, and repeat that as well in the by just giving the space here with the end character. We can give some space and loop it this to for when the I is equal to 1, that is nothing but I plus 1 is 2 plus 1, sorry, 1 plus 1, that will be as a 2. That is the value of j for the second row. So what happens here is since I is equal to 0 and the value is 1, that will be the 2 will be there. If you loop through the value in the j, so the j values will again be in the 0 and 1. Okay, so in the 0 and 1, when we increment in the next for loop, the inner for loop, we increment it by j plus 1 or j plus I. Okay, j value will be j plus 1. So j will be 0 in the first loop and 1, and the next loop it will be 1. So it will be 1 plus 1, 2. We get these values to print. So similarly, the approach continues here for the other numbers. So let's see how we can do it the Python programming language. So I open the edit place. Um, so the first line is I'm getting the size of the triangle from the user and storing it into the variable n. And to print the rectangle triangle with numbers in ascending order, so I'm looping the first for loop is using the range functions and accessing that user value. And suppose for n is equal to 3, we will be having the values like 0, 1, 2. So in this again, I'll be looping one more inner loop to get the different values like 1, 2. If it was the same loop, I could have used a print and multiplied by that number of times. Since we have the incremental value here for each row, that so that to get that incremental value, we are using this j loop for j in again range of I plus 1, because the first I value will be 0. So I am going to increase it with 1. Okay. So this value I am going to print it. Okay. Print j plus 1 since j will be 0. That one multiplied by, sorry, we can give it as space for the end default limiter, because in the next row I want to print the space here. So that's what I am giving the end value as space. Okay. So this is the reason for that. And after this line is printed, I want to print the next for the 2 in the next new line. So I'm going to print outer loop print statement here with the empty thing, because the default delimiter for end is new line. So this is one works for the numbers. So similarly, the same logic works for the alphabets as well, just with minor changes. So here instead of j, we are going to take the character of in char functions to get the value. Char 65 gives us the alphabet A plus j. As and when it increases, it replaces with the uh, char 65 is A, char 66 is B, 67 is C. So inside the for loop, it will be repeating that based on that values. Okay. So this should do the job. Let's try to print it out and check. Give size of 3. So we got that expected result. Let's change the size of the triangle to 7. So now if we observe here, we got the incremental value and ascending order. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel.